Hello students, today we will learn master slave flip-flop. But before starting it, let us have quick revision of all the flip-flops we have learned till now. So our basic flip-flop is SR flip-flop, which is made from SR latch. Latch is without gate or clock. Now if we apply clock input along with S and R inputs, then it will become gated SR flip-flop. Then the truth table, in the truth table of SR, 3 configurations are allowed and one configuration, that is 1-1. When both the inputs S and R both are 1-1, that configuration at the input is not allowed, it is prohibited. So you cannot predict the output for this combination. So this is prohibited. This combination is prohibited in case of SR. Then after, to avoid this and to make the flip-flop work as data flip-flop, we are inverting one of the inputs. Means if we are given S as it is, then R will be the inversion of that. So this will be R. So this is for D flip-flop, when we are inverting one of the inputs. So for D flip-flop, we will be inverting it. So both S and R will not be same at the same time. So then after we discuss JK flip-flop. JK flip-flop is SR flip-flop, but this 1-1 condition which was prohibited in case of SR, that will be utilized as toggle. That will be utilized as toggle state. Now the toggling, the event toggling it may be controlled or uncontrolled. If it is controlled, then it is desired. So you can use that toggling state if it is controlled. But if it becomes uncontrolled, that means if it cannot be controlled by the clock, then racing occurs, and we have already learned the racing. So we need to avoid this racing. So today we will discuss how to avoid the racing using master slave. See, the reason for racing was the clock on time is higher than the propagation delay. This is propagation delay of flip-flop, and this is clock. So the reason for racing was this: whenever we are making J and K 1-1, at that time, if the propagation delay of the flip-flop is very less as compared to the clock on time, then racing will occur. So to avoid this racing, what we will do? We need to allow the flip-flop to change the state only once in a clock cycle. We need to allow the flip-flop to change the state only once in a clock cycle. And that can be done in various ways. One of them is master slave configuration of the flip-flops. So now today we will be discussing the master slave. Why we are using master slave? The reason is to allow flip-flop to change the state only once in a clock cycle. So to allow the change of the state is nothing but toggling. So we'll be allowing toggling only once in a clock cycle using master slave configuration. So now let us see the master slave SR. So using SR, we can construct master slave. You can also construct using D flip-flop, using JK flip-flop. We'll be discussing all. First we'll be considering the SR. So my basic SR is this. with gating. Clock, S and R inputs. So this configuration will be master. This flip-flop will act as master flip-flop. Then after one more stage of this combination is introduced at the end of the master, and that is called the slave. So now for this slave, this is gating. See here, these are triggering inputs, these are triggering gates. So A and B are triggering gates for master. C and D are the original flip-flops. C and D are the original flip-flops. The original latch. So this is basic SR latch. In case of master A and B, these gates will act as triggering gates, and here is the clock input. Now we are discussing for slave configuration. So the output of master will be given to the triggering flip-flops of slave. These two are the triggering gates of the slave. So here is this slave and the outputs will be Q and Q bar. So this is slave. This is basic SR latch of slave. These are the triggering gates of slave. Now how the difference will be made? See here, we need to apply the clock. We need to apply the clock over here. So what is the difference? This is clock for slave. The difference is the clock to the master is given as it is. The positive clock is given to the master, and the inverted clock, the inversion of the same, the clock, inverted clock is applied to the slave. Inverted clock is applied to the slave. So during positive clock, this master will be activated, but the output will not change because the outputs are coming from slave. At that time, when clock is positive, the master will act and the outputs will be available over here only. Let us say Q1 and Q1 bar. So when the clock is positive, the outputs will be available at Q1 and Q bar only, but they are not the main outputs of the circuit. So at that time slave will be inactive because it is given inverted clock. So whenever the negative cycle of the clock comes, negative level of the clock occurs, at that time slave will be on, and the available bits at Q1 and Q1 bar will be at the main outputs of the flip-flop. So this is how we can make the flip-flop toggle in once only, so, and the original feedback, right? To have toggling state, what we were doing, we were applying the feedback. So this feedback is like, it was like this, the feedback. The feedback from Q bar is given to the S input, and the feedback from Q is given with the R here. So this is SR, master slave flip flop using SR. Whenever S and R both are active and when the toggle state occurs. So this is to discuss only 1 combination of S and R, because other combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 are normal, but this 1 combination is very important, that can be converted in toggling state by using this feedback, and because of that racing occurs. To avoid the racing, what we are doing, we are giving clock as it is to the master and inverted clock is given to the slave. So instead of single, we will be using 2 stages of flip flops to avoid the racing. So now let us see the truth table of the characteristic table of the master slave flip flop. So here is my clock, S and R, and the operation with the state. So now if clock is 0, if the clock is 0, it will be in memory state. This will be the memory state. So the output will be same as the previous value, Q at N. So this is when the clock is 0, whatever the combination of is, the S and R are there for initial. Now when clock becomes 1, 0 1 1 0 1 1, so in that combination my R is active, so it will reset. If S is active, it will set the output, and this is toggling. So when this master is active, at that time it will follow this configuration, this truth table. Now whenever the clock will be active for the slave, at that time it will follow the reverse of this. So means when clock is 1 for slave, when the clock is 1, it will not respond to the changes at this inputs, and when clock is 0 for the slave, it will respond to the changes in the input, and the bits available at Q1 and Q1 bar will be there at Q and Q bar of the master slave configuration. So this was master slave using SR flip flop. Now if we see the waveforms of master slave SR, then how the states, the output are changing with the clock. Now let us see the waveforms. Okay, this is my reference axis Y, time axis T. So if the clock is varying like this in time, this is clock. Now the output of the master's output, that is Q1 as per our circuit. Master's output, which is Q1, we marked it as Q1. Now what will happen? Master is active for positive level of the clock, and when the clock is negative, slave will be activated. So let us assume that initial value of Q1 is 0. So this is positive level of the clock. See this is positive level of the clock. So it will trigger the master on, and this Q1 will change the state. See, this is entire this, and all the waveforms are we are doing for S equals to 1 and R equals to 1 configuration only. S equals to 1 and R equals to 1. So whenever the clock is positive, it will toggle and change the state. The output will toggle and change the state. Now for this negative level of the clock, the master will not be activated, so it will hold the value. It will hold the last level of the output. So this will be like this. Now again, whenever the positive part occurs, whenever the positive clock occurs, at that time it will change the state. The output of the master will change the state. So this will be like this. Again, for negative, it will hold the value. Similarly, for the next cycle of the clock. Now let us discuss the output of the slave. So the output of the slave is Q. The output of the slave, we marked it as Q, the final output of the circuit. So again, we can assume any value at the output. So let it be 1. So whenever see, for the positive level of the clock, slave is inactive, so it will hold the previous value and it will be 1 as it is. Now for the negative level of the clock, the flip-flop, slave flip-flop will trigger and it will change the output. So it will toggle. Now for positive, it will hold the level. When the negative part occurs, I need to have this projection. So when negative part occurs, it will change the level. Again for positive, it will hold. When negative occurs, it will change the level. So this is how we can draw the waveforms of the master slave SR flip flop. Then we will be discussing master slave D and master slave JK.